All right, boys and girls, it is time once again for the Guys Weekend Podcast. I am Josh Tenney, along with, as always, he's got that beautiful fucking hat on.
Ooh,
Brandon Parks.
ooh, so nice. Listen, it took me forever. I'm a huge, everything's backwards in my camera, so I'm looking the wrong way. Huge New Era fan, right? And I collected for the longest time the on-field baseball caps. And me having a basketball-sized melon, I have to wear a size 8, and I could not find just an all-black blank. I contacted New Era, lids online. I did Amazon. I tried to order. They're like, "Oh, you can order. There are plenty of them available." So I contacted New Era, and they're like, "Yeah, we don't have any." I'm like, "You guys make the hats, right? So what am I supposed to do? Am I just SOL? All right, that's cool." So I started calling around, and I'm like, let me just call Lids and see, what are the odds? Because usually when they order hats, you get like 1.7 and you get maybe 1.8, and then everything in between for the normal head size people, you get multiples of. I called him, and this girl goes, "Yeah, we have one." I'm like, "No, you don't." She's like, "No, yeah, I have one." I'm like, "One, all black, New Era fitted in a size 8. She's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Put my name on it. I'm in there. It's mine. Sold. I want it." So I went in there, did the whole thing to get the logo digitized, since that was the only file we didn't get with our logos was for stitching. No bigs. And then I wanted to get a microphone on the back, but it was going to be an extra $47. I'm like,
For a little fucking stitch on the front.
Like the microphone that's in our logo is what I wanted to put right here. I'm like, yikes, that's steep, because it would have been $25 to get the picture digitized, and then it was, depending on size, it went from like $13 to $20 to get it stitched. I'm like, damn, man, y'all waxing. So I'm like, I kind of like it blank. That's all right. So I like it. I will be rocking it quite often. Also, I can either send you if you've got a Lids around you, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
I believe we own the digitized version, that file, so we can get it made anytime we want. They were supposed to email it to me. I don't know why I didn't get the email. I guess I could just call them, because then I could just send an email to you. That way you can go in and try on your hats the way you like them and get it stitched up, because we have it. Unless I just have to search the computer, which they might do.
I might be pushing 8. It might be a tough.
It's tough. See, I wanted to get a camouflage one and then do like,
That'd be dope.
I don't know what color to do the stitching in. White, maybe black. I don't know. A different shade of green. No, I'm not sure. But the odds of me finding one of those hats are slim to none. So I went Thursday to get this, right? And I had all intentions on just coming home, relaxing, playing some video games, watching a little bit of the Steelers game that we're not going to talk about because
they blow.
Whatever. It's fine. So I get to the mall, walk in. I'm like, all right, cool. Here for my hat. Thank you. I saunter on down to Richard's Sporting Goods, and I was looking for a certain pair of Nike shorts. They're like the cotton, like sweatpant material. Comfortable shorts. I like them, like lounging in them. They're nice. And I'm looking for like a green pair or a gray pair, just something other than black. And I go in there and I look at all these shorts, and it looks like somebody cut open a bag of tropical smoothie Skittles and just made colors out of them. I'm like, who in the fuck is going to wear this? It's certainly not me. I'm not wearing a light peach fuzz. Like if it was a dark peach, maybe. But this is like a light fucking peach. I'm like, no. And like
them bright colors from the 90s are coming back.
If they made them more like fluorescent or neon, I guess would be the color. Sure. I'm cool with that. But no, it just looks stupid. So I'm like, you know what? Pissed me off. I haven't bought a pair of shorts in like 4 years. I'm like, fuck this. I'm out of here.
I got shorts so old that the elastic is all worn and stretched out of them, where I got to tie them up just to keep them from falling down.
I have basketball shorts that I still wear. Maggie's like, well, why do you always want to wear that pair of shorts? I'm like, because it's one of the only pairs that still holds together. Like, I have shorts from before we were even together that I still wear. That was 10 years ago, 9 years ago. And it's like, holy shit. So I'm like, well, let me go buy a new pair of shorts. So then, you know, shorts are worn out. You got to tie them out. What's the longevity on a pair of underwear, you would say? The average. Because, you know, I wear mine a little bit longer. Just before you get a pair.
The older I get, the average starts to decrease.
Okay.
I would say 10 years ago, I could probably stretch out a pair of underwear for about 10 years. Now, 5 tops.
See, I think that's where I'm at right now. And we're the Duluth Buck Nakeds. As I'm leaving the mall, I happen to get an email that says, hey, our underwear's on sale. You buy 2, get 2 free, or whatever it was. I'm like, oh, I could go for, you know, some new underwear. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. I have the inverse of that, too, if you want it black with yellow letters.
Ooh.
Yeah,
I might have to
sharp.
maybe do that, and then when I swipe, come up on my home screen, because it blends in. On 14, you can blend it into your background.
Yes, it's super nice. I'm sending it to you right now. Yeah, so I'm like, well, I guess I could just go right over here and get some new underwear. And then I started thinking, I'm like, yeah, do I really want to do that? So I went to GameStop instead, and I bought myself a video game, you know? I'm like, responsibilities be damned. The pair of underwear I'm having right now, the fucking elastic doesn't keep it up. My ass crack's been hanging out since I put them on yesterday. I showered yesterday, so.
My wife keeps asking me why I don't throw away any of my shorts. And I said, dear, I'm keeping them for you. Because if something were to abruptly happen to me, there are shorts that I've had for the last 15 years that have smells in them that you can't wash out.
Correct.
So every one of them is going to smell like me. It's one way or another.
Yes, and you're going to cherish that.
Yeah.
It's going to be it's a forget me not, if you will.
Yeah.
Forget me nuts. You know? Yeah. So and then they suckered me in. I'm not a very feminine man, despite driving around a pink Jeep for the past 2 months. But I am a sucker for a good smelling hand soap and a candle. It's that time of the year where the fall scents come out, and I'm not a huge pumpkin I'm not a pumpkin slut. No. I'm not a basic bitch, you know. So I generally don't go for the pumpkin-y candles. So I happened to walk out of GameStop and I see that Yankee Candle is running a sale. Now Yankee Candle's expensive. I don't know. $30 for a candle is expensive for me.
That's expensive.
That's you know, I'm twinging my curls on the side of my sideburns right now, but too much, man, too much. And they're like 40% off the entire store. I'm like, that warrants a little perusal. I take a stroll, and it just smacks you in the face with all those scents. And I'm like, what do I want? So I go around trying to, and the lady's like, oh, what are you looking for? Something for your house? Something for your wife? And I'm like, why is it always going to be for my wife? A man of my stature can't come in here and just enjoy a nice
have you been on my second floor lately?
Right. It stinks like piss and ass up here, and sometimes beer. All at the same time. I actually just bought a diffuser. Not like an electric one, but like a reed diffuser for like something that I found in a bathroom when I was out. I'm like, wow, that actually smells kind of good. Haven't used it yet, but yeah, I'm like, it fucking stinks up here. So I ended up buying like $100 worth of candles, and I got it for like $46. I'm like,
Brandon,
steal.
For anybody who doesn't know, Brandon has a flush minimum on pisses that anybody's allowed to flush his toilet at. If you shit, you flush.
Yep.
But there's what, 10 pisses in your toilet?
No.
You can flush?
Three.
Yeah.
Unless it's just a bunch of guys here and there's no women and we're like playing cards.
Yeah,
whatever. It don't matter. You can flush it tomorrow. I don't care.
started thinking, what if you got like something that did like reverse osmosis on everybody's urine? You could reuse urine.
You could.
I mean, everybody's going to be pissing out that window at some point anyway. Might as well put something up there that you can fucking utilize it with.
Oh, my goodness. How about we get like a funnel into a downspout into a bucket that runs through like a life straw, or I can, you know how they like sanitize water out of like a creek and you do like the sediment layers, like charcoal, sand, rocks. So it's just a lot of piss mixed with rainwater. Oh, that's right. You know, when all these not conspiracies, can't say that word. Yeah, I can. There's those fucking birds again. You know, when they start coming true, I'll have plenty of drinking water. Bear Grylls taught me that. So can do that. So yeah, so I'm currently, my current scent is you ready for this? I feel like I should be wearing a pair of those Skittle smoothie shorts. Autumn Nature Walk.
So the wife told me that Texas Roadhouse is now selling their cinnamon butter scent candle.
Damn.
And I said, listen, that's great. But call me back when you start selling steak scented candle.
Yeah. So there was a company that did a line of those candles.
Our arteries start clogging up just from the smell.
Oh, I'm a fan of it. Maybe that get me up to move around a little bit more when I'm looking for where the smell's coming from, you know, a little bit of exercise, a little cardio. So Rhonda bought me a couple of these candles. It was, I mean, this has been years ago, probably 10, 15 years ago, but it was like manly scented candles. They came out with one that was like fresh cut grass, hardware store, like that fresh smell of lumber, seasoned leather, like an old baseball glove kind of. Then I think of the old dusty pitcher's mitt, and I'm like, ugh, hold on now. I can't remember what the other one was. I don't know. It was some type of manlier scent, and those were nice. I'm like, cool. And then they don't make them anymore, and I'm like, well, fuck.
Dude, you can probably find them. They're probably making them over in like Taiwan with little 6-year-old hands.
Oh, great. Smells like can't say that. Can't say that. That'll get us in trouble. Yeah, I probably could. I could take a look for it.
I did something. I'll say it. I guarantee you there's sweatshops somewhere in the world that smell like Epstein's Island.
I like it. Or what's his face? Governor DeSantis's airplane for flying all those fucking immigrants. Citizens to Martha's Vineyard. That's stellar. Yeah. I also did something that I haven't done in a long time this morning. And no, it was not exercise. And no, it was not go downstairs to pee.
The sexy time?
And no, I went to the store and I chose healthy options. Some healthy options, because my little stash of we have no plans this weekend. This is the first Sunday that we have zero plans, and I am excited. I'm playing video games all day. I'm probably not going to leave up here, to be honest with you. I'm going to bring the food up here. I have another little table set up for like a little snack station. I bought 6 Mountain Dew Code Reds and peanut M&Ms. That's the only unhealthy shit. I bought a bunch of vegetables for snacking, stuff to make chili. Oh, I can't wait.
You know what you need upstairs, Brandon? Maybe invest. Maybe this is the next big purchase for when you are doing stuff like weekends like today. So like you have nothing to do. Maybe you need some sort of like small deck to go out onto from your upstairs where you could put your smoker.
Oh, shit. I got to call Tice. We could probably get that. What if we just like take this window out and make it like a screen door? Oh man, that might be the next summer project, Josh. That's a plaque idea. That's a plaque idea right there. Put a little awning on it. Maybe get like one of those little zippered screen tents around there, like a smoking deck. Just big enough for like 2 chairs.
Yep.
And a smoker. Oh, then you could get like one of those little clip-on mounts for a grill or a smoker like they have on for like pontoon boats and shit like that. Oh, I like ye.
You could be one
Yeah.
of those guys when talking about smoking and say, "Well, one time on the upstairs smoker." But they're like, "What?
Yeah. The what?
Upstairs smoker?
Yeah. I've got a bedroom
What's that?"
smoker.
Yeah,
No big
yeah.
deal. No
You
big.
don't have one in every room of your
Yeah.
house.
My dad has a job. Peasant. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. I'm gonna write that down right now. Sketch it out. I'm gonna send a picture to Tice and we'll see. Oh. Yes. Oh, fantastic. All right. This is great. This is great. Oh, of course the fucking pen doesn't work. Whatever, I'll do it later. Man, Josh, that's a great idea. Great idea. Hey, we updated our social media this week. Trying to work them algorithms, baby. I can't spell it, but I can figure out how to get our name out there. We got
a lot of bots. A lot of bots.
I have seen a lot of messages about, hey, sexy man, want to see Bob's and Vagine? It's literally like every person that is on there. Which, hey, you get it. We got to go through the slump to, get the name out there. I was reading a lot of articles and such, and they said they had like 10,000 followers in 3 months from doing the same things. And I'm like, it doesn't seem right, but we'll try it and see. So if you want to be one of those cool kids and be in there before we take off and hit the moon, make sure you like and subscribe to everything that we do, which is everywhere. Go to any of our social medias and you'll see our new link tree. We even have our spicy site on there. So I know that intrigues a lot of you. You can follow us on everything and good to go.
I think I commented on a post somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But what I want to see now from like the next step of like shady shit we do on the internet needs to be like reverse catfishing. Like I want to see like somebody who's like really, really hot take with a profile picture of somebody who's really not. Yeah. And then see if that person whoever you're catfishing falls for it. And then, hey, you thought you were getting this, but really you're getting
a fucking 10 plus.
See how that goes.
Yeah.
I feel like that should be like a Key and Peele skit or something like that.
Absolutely, because you couldn't make a TV show out of that because that would hurt too many people's feelings. Now you can have ugly people do it that aren't real and they're the opposite sex. That's okay because people laugh along and maybe that's happened to people. But I guarantee it's never happened where 49-year-old Larry, 310 pounds, has 2 dogs, lives in a trailer, he's a mechanic for 12 years, just or 40 years, whatever it is. And then he turns out he's an absolute stud.
Yeah.
Fucking rippled 10-pack with the V cut hung like a fucking mule. And it's just like, boom, you hit the lottery. I don't know why I instantly went to a guy for that, but because I feel like most of the time men get caught up in catfishing with women.
Oh, dude, my wife will have that show on every once in a while when I come home from work on Friday nights. It is usually always the man that is being catfished.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if it's like an ego thing or what, but they're always the one getting catfished.
Yeah. It's like, come on, you dummy. Like, the show exists. Is that what you're doing it for? Are you seeking out your 15 minutes of fame and you just want to be on Catfish? You want to have that story that says, hey, guys, look what I did. Did I ever tell you about the story of one of our old individuals that had that happen to him?
Mm-mm. That
shit was hilarious. So I was working with Krusty, and his guy had an individual. Well, his name is Schmerin. So Schmerin goes to meet this person, this woman online. They were going to meet at the McDonald's in North Canton. They were just going to go have a bite to eat, get to know each other, whatever. And like Schmerin came out and showed me like the pictures and the messages, and I'm like, like it wasn't like too far fetched that this was somebody. You have to understand, Schmerin was an absolute specimen, just the nastiest, dirtiest motherfucker you've ever seen. Like just gross. So I'm like, all right, this isn't too far fetched for what we're going for here. Like, yeah, this is doable. Krusty's like, well, yeah, I'm gonna take him up there and we'll see what happens. They pull into McDonald's. He's like, all right, I'll stay in the car. You go in there. He has a little bit of alone time. He goes, sit by the window so I can see you. I'll give you your privacy, yada, yada, yada. He texts me when we get there. He's like, hey, Schmeren's going inside. So 10 minutes, 15 minutes go by. I didn't hear anything. I texted him like, so what's going on? Like, everything all right? And he calls me, FaceTimes me, and he is in tears, absolutely just crying, can't formulate words. I'm like, what's going on? I'm like, everything okay? He's like, bro, he came running back out. Schmerer comes out and he goes, we got to fucking go. It's a fucking midget. It's a fucking man. There was like a 50-year-old midget guy that showed up to catfish this dude, and they're going back to his house and having sex with him. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, only here would that happen. It was the funniest shit ever. And then, of course, we had to razz the kid about it. Don't get me wrong. He was, higher functioning. So it wasn't like,
the only thing that could have made that thing better was if the midget started running out the door after him.
I know.
Like, because, but I imagine it like, how like midgets going like their legs aren't going like this, but they're like going out to the side. Like,
they're like peg legging it.
Yeah.
It's like if you hold open a clothespin and you like, yeah. So he comes over, right? Because like where we were working, it was like a apartment complex. So he came across the street as soon as he got back because Schmerin wanted nothing to do with anybody. He goes running inside. He's crying in his room, whatever. He's motherfucking this old man now on his phone, just I can't believe this. Da, da, da. So he comes running over and he knocks on the door, and he I could just hear him laughing. Like I could hear him laugh as soon as he walked in the door. I'm like, oh shit, he's here. So he goes to open the door, and I'm like, hold on, I'm in the bathroom. So I go and I put my headphones on. I grabbed my other guy's like over the ear headphones, and I grabbed a mop out of the closet. And I said, come in. And he's like, are you here? And then I bust out like I'm on To Catch a Predator, like holding the boom arm. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad you're here. And he falls on the ground, and he lost it. He goes, dude, that would have been the funniest. That's the only way I would have made it any better is if that happened. Like right at McDonald's on Main Street, North Canton. Like it's just so good. Like just an absolute ridiculous shit show. And I'm glad I was a proxy to it. I got man. That'd be fantastic. I also had another idea on the way to this is what happens, Josh, when you don't drink, your mind's clear, That's not true. It is an alcohol-free weekend for now. So I was driving and I'm like, man, wouldn't it be cool if we had one show a month where it was just completely random? So like I was going to like type up, we could come up with a name for the segment or whatever it is. I was going to make up flyers that says, hey, do you have something interesting you want to talk about? Do you think you could talk for 25 minutes about something you're passionate about? Whatever. Give them like a little, like 5 bullet points of like what we need. They can reach us on social media. We go over like what they want to talk about, and then we decide whether or not we want them on there. And just post these fucking flyers everywhere and just see what happens. Because we could get a few shows that are just like, we come up with a name for whatever this segment would be. And it's just, who knows? We might get enlightened on something. Like it could be anything. We could learn something. It could be a crazy crackhead story. It could be, I don't know. It could be anything. And I'm like, man, I think that would be interesting.
I can't wait for the story that goes, all right. So I was at the bar one night, and I met this beautifully smoking chick. Make a long story short, next morning I woke up with a dick in my butt.
I hope that's the very first one. That'd be great. I'm going to start working on the flyer. I'll send you the proof over, and then Tyson and I will hit the Groms, and we're going to go all over. I'm going to hit up Kinko's. I'm going to get 200 copies made and a fresh box of staples for my staple gun, and we're just going to hit it. I
can go down to the north side of the city here and do that and see if
that'd be great.
Hey, listen, they won't even ask for money. They'll just want to. They'll actually start giving me handies to be on the show.
Dude, I'll give the homeless guy that picks around in the parking lot across or behind the house. He'd do it for a meal. I can give him like $5.
I used to have a homeless guy that rode his bike throughout town here. For years and years and years. We called him Jughead.
Oh, nice.
And like he just every day he'd he'd go up and down every street throughout Ambridge and all that, right?
Mhm.
I went to one of the restaurants one day, and they told me the story about him. Apparently, this restaurant chain, his father actually owned. Like his
Oh,
parents were actually pretty rich, and the
okay.
dude, I guess the dude has like schizophrenia or something, and just
Mm,
ran off one day and has been living like a bum ever since.
no shit.
Yeah,
That's wild.
yeah,
It's like coming to America, except you're already here.
yeah.
it's it's like you know how people always say like, oh, I don't understand camping. It's like people with money go out and act like they're homeless. They you know what I mean, for like a weekend. It's kind of like the same thing, except he just ran off and well, I mean he's got a mental illness and everything, but you know, you catch my drift. It's interesting. The guy behind the house seems pretty nice. I've only ever talked to him just in passing. He likes to collect cigarette butts and rocks. I'm like, eh, everybody's got to have a hobby. So that's
So
apparently
my
his.
son likes to collect rocks. So I guess the next step is cigarette
Cigarette
butts.
butts. Yeah, he's gonna have a sweet collection. This is a
Uh,
vintage 2001 Pall Mall, barely sucked on.
hey, if he collects cigarette butts, he'll be ready for Biodome
Yeah, that's true. I mean, hell,
whenever that comes up.
it's getting close. All these wild things circulating around. Like the Queen has been dead for 4 years, and they're just now finally putting her body to rest. Um,
It's propping her up.
yeah, Weekend at Bernie's style, or a look-alike. I'm like, how do you get somebody that looks 96 years old and that isn't 96 years old?
You know
Good
what
method
movie
acting, I
does?
guess.
In my opinion, I think Weekend at Bernie's 2 was better than Weekend at Bernie's
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's so fucking absurd.
yeah. I
The fact
agree.
that you're putting a voodoo curse on the body
Yeah,
to the point
Indian
where
burial ground shit.
anytime it plays music, he gets up and starts moving himself.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh
I
god.
I read that Queen Elizabeth. Um, I don't know. So this article is just completely
Maybe that's what they were doing.
could
Maybe they
be.
put a voodoo curse. They played some music. I mean, you never saw around where they weren't playing any type of music around.
That's true. That's true. I found this article from 2017, and it talks about it's like a secret plan for what happens after the death of the Queen. And it was called London Bridge is Down. And I passed through the article, just reading this and that. And it was basically a way for everybody in England, the BBC or whoever it is, to communicate to outside sources that the Queen has died, essentially, and to move things into the next process or the next phase of whatever's coming next. So I read through this article and it just starts getting a little weird. Like I mean, I knew it was going to be weird, but like they're talking about how all this stuff's going to happen and uh, there was potential that Princess Diana isn't dead. She's coming to rule in England now that she's dead. She's coming out of the darkness and shit. And I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. It started going on and on about different things of like how they want people to act, which companies are going to suffer the most. This is basically the downfall of England's economy, and everything is just going to shit essentially when it happens. So I read this article that was just posted like 3 days after she died, and it references that like perfectly. They're like, this is exactly what's happening. The things that were written in this article is happening. Like they said it was going to last for 10 days. It was going to cost a bunch of money, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, huh, what's going to happen next? I guess this is a Faribault effect topic, and he needs to be in on it. I'm sure he has shit to say. I think he's actually out golfing right now, but I thought that was interesting. Very weird deep dive
Do you
down.
think they dropped that? Do you think this with her being gone, the UK government goes, "Hey, we're gonna stop paying you $100 million a year."
I think they should. I mean, so why else would she have? What's her face? What's her name? Liz Truss, whatever her name was. She's supposed to be the new elected official to run that, to start a new government. What does that mean with new government? Oh my God, is this the new world order starting? Illuminati? Here come those birds again. Could be. I guess we'll find out. What also is weird is that none of the Rothschilds or any of those guys have kicked the bucket recently.
Yeah.
There was also some speculation that she was involved in some Epstein shit with the Vatican, but
it's at least 345 million euros a year. How much is a euro?
$1.09 American. That is exact. You should Google that shit right now and see if it actually comes up. It probably fucking changed.
One euro equals 97 cents.
Ah, fuck, bastards. Yeah, well, that's a lot of money.
Yeah,
you already don't have to pay for anything. Do you think you had to buy groceries and shit? I wouldn't imagine you'd have to.
No,
you don't have to do anything. You literally just get paid for living. What are you ruling on in England? What's going to change in England? Nothing. That fucking country hasn't changed in years.
So you're looking at about $300 to $500 million the UK gives the royal family every year. That's a lot of
money. Yeah. To do what? Show up in clothes you'll never be able to afford and wave at people? Well, fuck.
And then not pay taxes yourself?
Right. I'm spending all your tax dollars, you stupid pores. I mean, I guess that's what the government does here, but you know, I would think I would do something cool. Like I would do, I don't know, like host monthly parties. Just get everybody shit-faced. Shut down, like everybody come party at the palace. I mean, you got all this great sacred land and all these cool places. Why not give back to the community?
Dude, that shit. They hate people. Listen, I got into an argument. So this is how fucked up the UK gets. There are people in certain sections of the UK that absolutely love the royal family, which is typically, your more well-off areas of the.
Yeah.
Then there are places that are not as well off, and they fucking hate them. And I got caught in the middle of an argument between two Englishmen arguing about why the Queen is terrible, why the royal family's awful, and why they're great. It was a fucking shit show. And that's coming from me.
Yeah, that's going to happen. Yeah, that'd be a rough one.
I just want to go over there and try, English ale. I would rather probably go to Ireland, actually, instead of the UK.
100%.
The only thing I'd be interested in England would be, maybe seeing where, going to, Baker Street, where they did, where Sherlock Holmes was based out of and stuff like that. That'd be the really cool thing about Ireland, I feel like. To be with my ginger pea, a whole fucking country of people without souls. I mean, god damn.
That would be wild. That post just came across Facebook today about the Ginger Fest and how it's just a thing that they do.
Do a guy's weekend trip to
I am
Ireland.
down.
Holy shit.
I am down.
We end up getting fucking. We're not going for quantity on that trip because everything over there is at least 8%.
Oh, we'd be shit fit. We'd get arrested.
Yeah, for sure.
So there's one of the local watering holes. It'd be like Euro Trip almost.
Yeah.
Mixed with hostile.
Except one of us doesn't want to fuck her sister.
Yes, that's very true. The one bartender at the Lizard, they won a trip, an all expenses paid trip for selling X amount of Sam Smith beers in a month, and the trip was like a week-long thing, 8 days, something like that, 10 days, to the actual Sam Smith brewing locate, like the headquarters in wherever the fuck it's at. It's overseas. I can't remember where it is off the top of my head. They said that was one of the coolest things they've ever done. All the beer there is served room temperature. That's how it's stored. That's how it's brewed. That's how it's shipped. And they said, so if you don't like room temperature beer, you're not going to enjoy it. I'm like, I mean, I like beer, so I feel like I would be okay with doing that when in Rome, right? I don't know.
Well, if you're going to go like a heavier, darker amber to dark beer, I could probably do that. I can't do a fucking light beer warm. Tastes like piss is going down my.
I just don't like how many beers do you like? I guess it doesn't matter how many you drink as long as you enjoy the ones that you have. But I feel like drinking one or two of those, I just get an upset stomach and I'll be like, okay, I can't do this, and then I want to go eat something and then probably throw it up. I guess there's only one way to find out. We're gonna have to go overseas, international, baby. We're taking this show on the road. Oh man, could you imagine? All right, let's start planning this. We'll get out our little planners.
I can guarantee you, Brandon's gonna be lying face up in a field.
The agriculture.
The agriculture.
Yes. Hey, we set a goal. 8 years. We start setting back a little bit of money each month, and we fucking one bag travel that shit over there. All we need is a laptop and a mic. We'll be good to go. Oh man, this is gonna be a good idea. We're gonna take the flag with us too.
Yeah,
we'll get it printed on a flag material. That way we don't ruin the one that Krusty got us. Oh man,
what one of us comes back and we're on a international ban list?
Oh yeah, definitely. Somebody's gonna do something.
My vote's
stupid.
for Magoo.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do either that or he's gonna do too many drugs and not want to do anything.
Magoo's gonna want a pit stop in Amsterdam.
That'd be cool.
That'd be.
I'm just trying to eat some cool food. I mean,
yeah,
some schnitzel, some desserts,
brownies.
You think they have street food over there like they do here, like food trucks? It's just a bunch of fish and chips. God damn, I don't think I could eat that much fish. They gotta have something else in that. Like, they have Mexican over there? It had to have Mexican.
Yeah, I don't know if they have Mexican over there, buddy.
I was just saying, like, how far north do Mexicans go?
Even Spanish food isn't Mexican.
That's true. That's true.
I once made the mistake of asking my wife, as she said, because she likes the Mexican Uncle Ben's rice.
Yeah.
Or no, rice-a-roni.
Rice-a-roni?
The Mexican style. And I was like, well, just get like Uncle Ben's Spanish style. She's like, it's not the same. It's not even close.
Let's see. Top. What would we say? Top cuisine in the UK. We'll say Ireland. Fucking potatoes and everything. Shellfish, Irish stew, Coal Cannon, and Champ. Hold on.
A lot of potatoes, buddy.
Oh, come on. I just want to read this. I don't want to accept your cookies and all that shit. All right, I will, just for the podcast.
I feel like there'd be like a lot of buffalo and bison based
soda
meats.
bread.
I've had soda bread. That's actually pretty good.
Is it good? It looks good. Shellfish. I am not an oyster fan. Although
I'd have to quarantine my mouth for 2 weeks because the wife is allergic.
Irish stew, traditionally made with mutton, onions, and potatoes. Carrots. I'd be cool with that. I like it. Coal Cannon and Champ. What do you think that is off the top of your head? Coal Cannon and Champ.
Oh, wow.
It is potatoes transformed. Oh, wait. It's a scrambled egg, mash of potatoes, cabbage or kale, butter or cream, flavored with spring onions. Champ is similar, mashed potato favorite, flavored with spring onions, milk, and butter. So it's egg with a little bit of meat over mashed potatoes.
Man, that mutton's going to have to be well seasoned.
I like it.
The fucking sheep, basically sheepskin you're eating.
Yeah. Potato dump. Box tea is like potato dumpling. It shows a picture of like 2 potato pancakes with bacon, eggs, and some tomatoes. Boiled bacon and cabbage. Oh my God. You know how bad we're going to smell? Smoked salmon.
Whoever's with us on that return flight.
Oh, it's going to be just terrible. So black pudding. Black and white pudding. Are you in on this? So this black pudding is pork meat, fat, and blood mixed with barley, suet, and oatmeal, and an intensely flavored sausage.
God, what's wrong with them?
White pudding is similar, but minus the blood.
So I'm probably going to lose about 20 pounds on this trip.
Yeah, it says no full Irish breakfast would be complete without a slice of each. Served with sautéed scallops and croquettes under poached eggs and salads, risottos, and garnish to soups. Yeah. I mean, I'd try it. Why not? We're over there. Fuck. This looks like diarrhea. This is coddle. Not what parents do to their kids. This is this is a poor man's stew. You take all of your leftovers and you just throw it in a pot and you let it steep. That's it. It's literally the leftovers at the end of the week can be slowly stewed in the oven for hours with slices of pork sausage packed in alongside bacon rashers, leftover boiled bacon, sliced potatoes, and onions. To make a superior version, use top quality pork sausages and bacon and serve coddle with slices of soda bread to mop up the juices.
See, I'll eat stuff. You give me like I'll eat a fucking beef stew all day.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. I'll even eat shepherd's pie. Give me a shepherd's pie.
I like shepherd's pie. I mean, I like
just corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah. I'm not a huge. I'd rather have corned beef and sauerkraut. Is that gross? Same shit, right? Oh, barmbrack. This is a fruity tea loaf smothered in butter with a cup of tea in the afternoon. Oh, they have a little superstition around this. However, during Halloween time, it has a foretelling sense into the future. A rag foreshadowed bad luck or poverty. A ring meant you'd be wed within a year. A pea that you wouldn't be wed in the coming year. A coin brought wealth. And a stick foretold quarrels. Raisins, candied peel, sometimes steeped overnight in black tea and whiskey, and mixed spice all go into the mix. That sounds like a lot on my tum-tum.
Here's something. It's called bangers and mash.
Yes. I like bangers and mash.
Sausages, mashed potatoes, and onion gravy poured all over it.
Yes. Please. Fuck me up with some bangers and mash. So we got that when we went to Tennessee, Nashville specifically. We went down with Charles, Sam, Maggie, Nick, and Ashley. There was a place there called the Pub, and that's what they traditionally served, was all kinds of just Irish foods. And of course, we had to have a beer with breakfast. I mean, why not? And I believe Chuck got the bangers and mash, and it was pretty good.
Irish pasties.
Delicious. First time I had those was in Michigan. They weren't Irish, but yes.
Ground pork and beef and potatoes.
Yes.
Kind of mixed in with a like a pastry.
It's like it's pronounced pasty.
Pasties.
And it's like an upside down pot pie.
Yeah. Okay.
With like a little bit of a thicker dough. And you could literally, they're like what we make. They're like hobo pies, but people sell them. You can get them stuffed with anything you want.
You want
big ones?
You want
like
a fish pie?
It's not raw, right? It would just
No,
be
it's
like
cooked. It's like a casserole, basically.
Oh, fuck yeah. Like some tuna noodle casserole in that bitch.
It's
Run it.
It's got made with creamy mixture of white fish and topped with mashed potato, fucking potato based, fucking everything.
Yes.
Ireland.
Yes.
Man. Yeah, it looks more like a casserole than anything.
I'm cool with that. I might go downstairs and just make a big batch of mashed potatoes and just fucking eat that all day. Fuck those vegetables. Nobody wants. I mean, potatoes a vegetable, right?
No.
I like it. I'm gonna eat potatoes. I'm gonna call Maggie.
I'd eat that coddle.
Yeah, I think that would be good.
Listen, the guys are the only people that are going to be able to stomach any of the shit being served on this.
That's true.
Women are not.
No. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Should I break the news to Maggie now that in 8 years we're going to Ireland?
Get your stomach ready.
Yeah. Start taking antacids now.
You're gonna need a base.
Yeah. I'm gonna go buy a fucking lamb and just raise it in the backyard and bring it to slaughter, baby. Let's go. Draining its blood.
All Brandon makes on the smoker for the next 8 years. Just Irish cuisines.
Yes. Oh, yeah. I'm ready.
Why does the house smell so funny? Even wondering why everybody's just dropping fucking pancakes in the toilet.
That's just hot beef, man. Just so bad. Oh, see now I'm gonna have to look up a recipe to make something, some type of like I don't know. Never been much of a baker, so I don't think I'd do good with making bread. But like Irish stew, I could do that, or Colcannon and Champ. Give that a shot. Not gonna lie, now I kind of want to try the black pudding. Like I've seen what's his face, Andrew Zimmerman, when he goes over there and they make like the blood pudding. It can't be that bad, right? I feel like when you boil it, it takes out all the irony taste.
Yeah, probably.
Listen, it can't be any worse than eating a placenta.
I don't know. Yeah, probably. I wouldn't go that. I'm never. Ugh.
Yeah.
You ever had? I feel like that sausage has the same consistency as like I don't know if you've ever had like Louisiana like boudin.
Yes.
I mean, if you get the wrong boudin, it's
gross.
It's basically just like a hickory farm sausage that's got no flavor to it.
Yeah, just bland as shit and just
yeah.
It's like a big Vienna sausage.
But I love Vienna sausages.
Vienna sausages are good.
I'll get those things right out of the can.
Oh man, why haven't we smoked those?
Vienna sausages.
Wrap them in a little bit of bacon, baste them with some sauce. Oh shit! All right, I'm gonna try that before guys' weekend.
Oh man,
97 Vienna sausages get eaten on guys' weekend. It's the perfect little snack. I can stuff them in my pocket for later. Take it with me to the outhouse.
Armor's stock goes up like fucking 300%.
Yeah,
what's going on?
They're invest on Monday.
A grocery cart full of fucking cans of sausage.
You could probably buy a case for like $10.
Probably. I mean, they're like if you go to Aldi's, they're like it's like 50 cents a piece, man.
Hell.
Those are literally the only things that didn't go up in the last 2 years.
It's because they're fucking 60 years old. they just keep finding more, and they're bringing them out of a big ass warehouse, and they're like, yeah, fuck it. Leave them 50 cents. People keep buying them.
They were all produced in 1950. There's just millions of them in the corner of a warehouse somewhere.
Brain blast. Plot twist. Remember when we talked about, this was on episodes ago, when we discussed where are all the dead bodies? Ooh, could there be a connection there? Make you think twice next time you eat a Vienna sausage.
They wait about 25 years for all the surrounding family members to kind of die off, and then they start pulling up all the rest of the whatever's still a little meaty. That's what they put in the grinder,
scraping that shit off and going to town. Fuck. Where did we go wrong? That's all right.
That's how Armour stayed in business. This were Vienna sausages and Spam.
It's I love Spam too. Well, fried Spam Sammy. Woo.
Yeah.
That hot pepper soup was phenomenal.
Canned corned beef.
Oh my God. Alex bought two fucking the 5-pound number 10 cans of corned beef hash. And he brought it up to the cabin, and it's just like he put it in a foil pan and just set it on a fire. And it was just him just eating out of his pan. I'm like, dude, he's like, oh, I love corned beef hash. I'm like, I don't not like it, but I don't like it enough.
I don't like it just to eat like it's fucking
5
fudge
pounds.
out of the fucking bowl. You know?
Yeah. Looking like a fucking bowl of dog food right now. I'm good, bro. I'm good. You can have all that. I want to leave the podcast on a question, a cliffhanger, if you will. Something to ponder. In the movie Cars, would Lightning McQueen get life insurance or car insurance? It's a deep one to ponder. Yeah.
I have completely different questions about cars. Like, why is there sidewalks in a world with no people?
Also true. Other things that don't make sense. The movie Cars. Yeah. It's a good point.
Well, so for Brandon Parks, I am Josh Tenney. This was the Guys Weekend Podcast. Good night.
Toodaloo, motherfucker!